Hey everyone, so I'm going to be reading Mail Order Soulmate by Jean Oram. This is the New York Times best-selling author. It says something borrowed, something baby blue. From the back cover, something borrowed, something baby blue. Zach, a former international agent, orders everything from socks to groceries online, including, after a spontaneous click of his mouse, his new bride. But when Catherine arrives on his step with the baby in her arms and a scared look in her eyes, he's not sure if it's the situation or her past causing the fear. All he knows is that he's the man who can protect this small family. Catherine needs to hide, and she figures she's found her safe haven with Zach, a rugged, handsome man in charge of his own private security business. But will it become more than just shelter as the two build a home and life together? Or will the past come knocking and spoil everything they've thrived to create? Mail Order Soulmate, Book 6, Veils and Vows by Jean Oram, 2018 Jean Oram, all rights reserved, first edition. Cover created by Jean Oram. No part of this book may be produced in any form or by any electronic or machinal means, including information storage and systems, without written permission from the author, except for the use of brief quotations in a book review. Thank you for downloading this ebook. This book, even when purchased, remains the copyrighted property of the author, and it cannot be produced, modified, copied, and or disturbed by any means for commercial or non-commercial purposes, whether the work is abbreviated or not, unless written permission has been granted by the author, with the expectation of brief quotations for use in a review of this work. If you enjoyed this book, please encourage your friends to purchase their own copy and from their favorite online store, where they can also discover other works by this author, as this ebook edition is not intended for sharing or resale. Thank you for your support. All characters and events appearing in this book are fictitious. Any resemblance to real people alive or dead, as well as any resemblance to events and coincidental and truly a little bit cool. A note from the author. Zach needed a happy ending from the moment he stepped on the page several books ago. He's one of those characters who has good humor and a lot going on under the surface. In other words, I adored him from the word go, and I know my readers have too. So for all of you who have been rooting for Zach and his happily ever after, here it is with the woman he was waiting for, but Ginger was unable to find. I hope you enjoy this feel-good story about true love, and that you have enjoyed the Veils and Vows stories as much as I enjoyed writing them. Happy reading, Jean Oram, Alberta, Canada, 2018. Acknowledgements. A big thank you goes to my beta sisters who made sure things were flying straight with the story. In the past, we've had some good conversations about things such as which car our hero should drive. This time, though, we flew through the story as I paused in the middle of its final draft to fly to a conference. Bad timing. But as always, my beta sisters were wonderfully ladies who I will always adore. Thank you to Donna, Margaret, Shannon, Sharon, Sarah, JC, Connie, Lucy, and Erica. As well, thank you to Margaret C. for your wonderful edits. Sorry about the computer and file issues. And to my proofreaders, Emily and Aaron, for putting a squeeze on the book so I could release the book a week earlier than planned. I suppose folks who aren't Canadian know that American Thanksgiving isn't on the third Thursday of November, but rather the second and last Thursday of November. This only matters when there are 5 Thursdays in November and your original release date is on the 4th one, and you don't want to release on the holiday. Oops. And as always, thank you to my readers for loving this world and its characters as much as I have. They feel like home. For Kinsey, who said I needed more British Malfa in my books.